Hey guys, it's Gretchen, and welcome back to my channel. Bare face can only mean one thing, a makeup video. But today's not really about the makeup look, it's just about a get ready with me. Let's talk. It's been a while since we've had a get ready with me, and honestly, with everything going on in the world right now, kind of nice to talk to someone. So since we are all stuck at home, either in a self-imposed quarantine or in social distancing, let's get ready together. I mean, I'm not going anywhere, so no one's gonna see this makeup look except for Instagram, which is actually gonna be the theme of today's look. I'm taking inspiration from my favorite social media app, Instagram, and going with their colors. Why I wore a purple shirt. So, how is everyone doing with all that is going on in the world? Are we doing well? Are we doing okay? God, I hope so. If you don't know what I'm referring to, you live under a rock. I'm referring to COVID-19, coronavirus, whatever you want to call it. Just pretty much taking over the world at this point. We are all social distancing ourselves, which honestly we were doing anyway because we were making plans and then canceling them at the last minute. So we've already been doing this for God knows how long, but now that we're being forced to do it, it's not fun. I hope honestly with everything going on, like jokes aside, joking is like my way of coping. In all seriousness, I do hope everyone is doing okay with this. I know it's a very stressful time. It's an unknown time. I'm not sure many people have dealt with something like this before. Like people in their 80s and their 90s did go through, like the Great Recession. It's kind of comparing apples to oranges. The majority of us have never dealt with something like this before. And so we're not really sure how to. So at the start of this get ready with me, I do hope everyone is doing all right. I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is safe. I hope everyone is healthy, happy for the most part. I mean, you don't need to be completely happy. I know I am not for a multitude of reasons, which I'll get to, and they're very first world problems-ish, I know. But that doesn't mean that we can't be unhappy about the state of things. So with everything going on right now, I am currently kind of sort of working from home. I work for a college, which, if you haven't really noticed, most colleges are now not really closed for the rest of the school year, but they are moving to an online format. So students are in the process of moving out or have already moved out, and they will continue the rest of the semester online. Makes it very difficult, especially if your school is not prepared for online learning, which the school I work for is not. So how many other people are currently working from home? At first, I thought working from home would be so great, it'd be so much fun. But then when you realize that for a while you will probably be seeing your coworkers through Zoom or whatever means you're using, and that's gonna be the only way that you can interact with them for a while, it starts to get a little lonely. I personally am very lucky in the sense that I have some amazing coworkers, and so the fact that I don't get to be with them every day is pretty upsetting. We're all on some kind of like shift right now, so that it's kind of like an ABC shift. So like one of us is in the office on A days, one is in there on B days, one is on C, and then it goes back over. So like some weeks I'm only in the office one day, some weeks I'm in the office 2 days. We conduct Zoom meetings every single day, maybe even twice a day. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a sad state that this is what we're having to resort to now. I personally never thought we'd ever get to this point. I knew the coronavirus was gonna be rougher than anything that we've ever dealt with before, but I was one of the people that was just like, oh, it's not gonna be that bad, we'll get it under control, everything will go back to normal within 2 weeks, it'll be fine. Boy, was I wrong. It does seem like things are not gonna get better in 2 weeks, go figure, and that we are gonna have to, if we really wanna beat this, we really do need to take social distancing seriously, stay home as often as we can, which again, we should be pros at. We do it all the time, but now that we're actually being forced to, it's a problem. And don't even get me started on the whole hoarding issue that people have been doing. Why toilet paper? First of all, pooping your brains out is not a symptom of the coronavirus. So why everyone went out and grabbed toilet paper as like their first line of defense is beyond me. In a time where we should all be coming together and making sure that everyone is well, the whole hoarding thing just really bothers me. Especially since there are older folk who are being told not to go out because they are more susceptible and at a higher risk to contracting it. And yet there are people still hoarding toilet paper and not thinking of others. It blows my mind. So in light of everything, I've been having a great deal of time to plan, especially for like YouTube or whatever. And so my hope is to take my mind off of everything going on right now, but also to kind of lighten the mood for everyone else, because I know a lot of people use YouTube to escape from what is happening. I'm not gonna, say I'm hoping to do more than 2 videos a week, but I am gonna try and just throw in like a surprise video every now and then, because honestly, I go on YouTube all the time looking for that distraction. So if I can provide the distraction for someone else, I want to. So if there are any videos that you would like to see from me while we are all social distancing ourselves from one another and in a self-imposed quarantine, let me know and I will do my best. I'm going stir crazy enough that I might dye my hair a fun color because I've got a lot. I may just do, if you watched me through last summer, you saw me with my yellow tips. May do them again. Really love the yellow tips. I want to be someone that you all can go to YouTube for and find an escape, even if it's for like 8 minutes. To me, that's something. And so if I do end up dyeing my hair, I will obviously record it, but I do have options on what I can color my hair. And since students are gone for the year, I can do whatever I want. Well, not really, but mostly I don't know when like faculty, staff will be told to come back to campus. They are trying to cut us down so that there's less of us on campus, so that there's less chance of us like spreading anything. All right, that turned out weirdly, but whatever. We're gonna move on. I will say I am so upset for the class of 2020. Whether that's high school or whether that's college, I'm extremely upset for them. High school, they don't get prom, or if they're an athlete, they don't get those spring sports, that last chance to be on a high school sports team. It absolutely breaks my heart that these students don't get to enjoy those last few months of being a senior, whether in high school or college. I know there are bigger things to worry about in the grand scheme of things. However, I just think back to it and I would have been devastated, especially for college. Maybe not so much for high school, but I know I would have been for college. And so it does break my heart. And I absolutely love the students that I work with, and so the fact that some of them I might not see again now because of everything is also upsetting. And yeah, that's selfish of me to think about, but I think everyone's feeling some kind of way about all that's going on. So whether you're in school or whether you're at work, and whether you're working from home, or if you are considered essential personnel and are unfortunately going into work, I hope everyone is safe. It's not a good time right now. There's no way to be, to brush over that and say, oh, it's fine, it's not that bad, blah, blah, blah. It's not, and that's awful to say, but it's true. So I do wish everyone well. I wish everyone safety and health. And if you are a member of the class of 2020, I'm really sorry that this is how your last year had to go. So on top of schools being closed, a lot of events are getting canceled. For me in particular, a lot of concerts that I was supposed to attend are either being canceled or at least being postponed. I appreciate the efforts that artists are going to reschedule their shows. I know that's a lot of work. There's a lot of logistics that goes into it. And I know it's heartbreaking for the artists themselves when they aren't able to make a show. Just recently, music festivals that I was supposed to attend in May, all of them were canceled because they just couldn't find a time where they could postpone it to, and then they have other ones in the fall that they have to think about. I'll be honest, I'm really bummed about it. And they did everything they could, and I couldn't appreciate their effort anymore, but there's no way around it. That it's definitely a bummer. I also was supposed to have a tattoo appointment April 1st. Haven't heard anything about that being canceled or needing to be rescheduled. I'm assuming it will be, because that falls within the 30 days that Virginia, which is where I live, Virginia now has in place for shops like that. Like tattoo shops have to be closed for 30 days. So I know it's gonna be canceled and I'll have to reschedule, which is fine, but it's still a bummer, especially since I was getting a plague doctor tattoo. A little too fitting now. But at the end of the day, as bummed as I am about these events or these appointments being canceled, I understand why they have to be. I get it completely. I want everyone to be safe, healthy, and happy, but I also worry about those who rely on these events or rely on these appointments for income. I am very lucky in the sense that I, A, can work from home, and B, am still being paid. I am a lucky one, and I know there are so many out there who are not that lucky. And my heart breaks for them because it's a situation that none of us have really had to navigate before. You know, maybe some of us have had to navigate unemployment, but not to this degree, if that makes any kind of sense. So I know I'm lucky, and that's why I am not gonna harp on the fact that I'm bummed about concerts being canceled, because I will have an opportunity to see them again. You know, whoever it was that I was gonna see. Whereas people losing out on income and losing jobs, that's a little bit more detrimental to someone's, you know, life. And I hope, you know, any of you who are watching, who are in that situation, I'm so incredibly sorry. Like I said, I'm very lucky that I'm not in that situation. I hope all of this resolves quickly so that we can all go back to living a normal life and not have to have these worries anymore. And why is this green not blending in? I'm just gonna be Shrek now. Hope y'all are okay with that. There you go, that's the video. Turning myself into Shrek. It sucks all the way around. People are allowed to be upset about events they were looking forward to being canceled. People are also allowed to be upset if they find themselves unemployed. Yes, those are not on the same playing field. I get that entirely. I just want all of this to be over and done with. Did anyone else have anything that they were looking forward to be canceled? Whether an appointment, whether a trip, a concert. What has this pandemic affected in your life? I mean, it's affected everyone in some way or another. There's no one that hasn't been unaffected by this yet. So in some way or another, we have all been affected. But I'm curious, you know, how? Also, how is everyone doing mentally? I know that during this time, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of fear, myself included. I am less worried about myself, and I'm more worried about people in my life who are considered at high risk, like my grandparents who are in their 80s and their 90s, my dad who has COPD, my boyfriend who has asthma. You know, I'm worried about other people in my life, so that causes a great deal of anxiety for me. Like I said, I am in a good place where I am healthy, and so if I got it, I know I would recover better, faster, stronger, work it, make it, do. But I do worry about possibly contracting it and then giving it to someone who, you know, I love and is at high risk. So I hope everyone is doing what they can for their mental health. You know, for me, on top of that, I miss my boyfriend immensely. We are long distance relationship, and I was supposed to go see him, I guess 2 weekends ago now, but I had to cancel my flight because that was when all of this was happening. And because he does have asthma, I didn't want to risk exposing him to anything, like him coming to the airport to get me, or me bringing something from Virginia to him. So even though my heart was like, oh my God, I want to go see him, we'll just make it work, my head was like, no, you dumbo, like stay home, protect both of yourselves, and you'll see each other soon. Thank goodness for video calls. It does make it a little bit easier that I can see him, even though I can't be with him. We'll get there though, it'll be fine. We'll make it through. But I hope everyone else is doing okay mentally. I hope everyone is taking extra steps to care for themselves. You know, now is the time to really focus on some self-care, even though it may not feel like it's the right time. So make sure you're caring for yourself. Like I said before, I do have a hope, since I'll have a lot of time at home now, I do have a hope of maybe putting out more videos, maybe not, you know, 3 every single week, but like having a surprise video here or there, just to add something to the mix, to make things more fun and entertaining. So if there's anything in particular that you would like to see, leave it in the comments below and I will do my best. No promises though, but I'll do my best. Also, where does everyone live? And how has everything affected you? You know, I know New York has been hit the worst with everything. I haven't heard so much about Seattle. Wasn't Seattle like the first place where things happened in the United States? I actually haven't heard too much. Right now it's, you know, I'm personally hearing a lot about Virginia just because this is where I live. I'm hearing a lot about Missouri, specifically St. Louis, because that's where my boyfriend lives. And then New York, because that's what most cases are right now. But I haven't really heard anything about other states. So if you live in any other state, how are things where you are? Do they seem to be okay? Does it seem like things are under control, or are they just not pushing it in the media? Yeah, the numbers are rising every day, which is terrifying. Also, what is everyone doing to, I don't want to say boredom, because I always feel like there's something we can be doing. Like, now's a great time to do those deep cleaning on those houses that we've been putting off for so long. Or is that just me? So what is everyone doing to basically occupy themselves and stay in the house? Y'all doing anything fun? I personally got the new Animal Crossing game for Switch and have been enjoying that. I have been planning YouTube stuff. I have gone on many a walk with my dog, which also, that's something to keep in mind. Go for a walk. There's nothing saying that you can't go for a walk, or even just go, like, if you have a backyard, go in your backyard. Heck, even go for a drive. You know, don't get out of your car, but just go for a drive down some back roads or something, just to get out of the house, because I can understand the whole stir crazy thing that people may be feeling. I know I personally am feeling it, but I have also found that I am extremely entertained by the new Animal Crossing game. I also have a bunch of other video games that I play. I've started reading again, which is great because I've been wanting to do that anyway. So yeah, what is everyone doing to occupy their time, to take their mind off of things? My blush completely came out of its case. Oops. Also, to anyone that may have Animal Crossing as well, what fruit did you start with? I started with pears. I'm trying to convince my boyfriend to play Animal Crossing, but apparently he's never played any of the Animal Crossing games. He doesn't see the appeal of it, which, how do you not see the appeal of Animal Crossing? It's cute, it's fun, it's mindless, there's no goal, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, let me know what you've been doing to keep busy. Here's hoping that all of this goes away and we can get back to our normal lives, and may we never take any kind of social situation for granted again. It's just a time and a half, y'all. So like I said, I really do hope everyone is doing okay with everything going on. I am particularly lucky in the situation that I'm in, that, you know, I still have a job. I get to work from home most days of the week. And I know there are people who aren't as lucky. And so I know me bitching about certain events being canceled or postponed or things of that nature are very trivial. I do think everyone's allowed to be upset if there was something they were looking forward to having to be changed, but that also doesn't mean that we don't recognize that there are people in worse situations, and for that I'm truly sorry if you are one of those people that's really being affected by everything going on right now. Like I said, I do hope to maybe put out a few extra videos here or there just to kind of lighten the mood, make people feel better, give them something to look forward to, even if it's only for 8 minutes. I want to do my part to brighten someone's day. So if there's anything in particular that you would like to see other than me changing certain piercings, like I am not gonna change my 8th piercing for any reason, so don't ask. But I do hope that things can return to normal soon. Those of us who enjoy body mods can get back out there and getting them. I swear when all of this is over with, I'm getting my labret piercing. I swear it, swear it. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big ol' thumbs up. Going down there and hit that subscribe button, wherever it may be, because I don't know, even though I do. This is just my shtick now. Also hit that notification bell in case you want to know when I upload, and in case YouTube wants to let you know when I upload, because I would really appreciate it. And until next time, bye guys, and keep social distancing yourself and washing your hands and disinfecting your surroundings.